Hey, welcome! So today, we're going to dive into something we all do pretty much every single day, cooking. And we're going to figure out how to make our food not just delicious, but also packed with all the good stuff. Ready? Let's get into it.
You know, it's the age-old question in the kitchen, right? When you're thinking about dinner, do you go for that amazing flavor, that incredible crispy, savory taste? Or do you put health first and try to save every last vitamin and mineral?
Yeah, for the longest time, the common wisdom has been that you can't have both. It's like truly healthy food is going to be a little bit bland, and the stuff that really gets your taste buds excited, well, it's probably not the best for you. It feels like you always have to pick a side.
But what if that whole idea is just a myth? That's what we're here to talk about today. The idea that you can absolutely have it all, that with just a few smart techniques, you can cook meals that are off the charts flavorful and incredibly good for you.
All right, let's kick things off with our first section, the cooking conundrum. To really solve this problem, we've got to understand why it's a problem in the first place. Why does how we cook matter so much?
Well, if you think about it, cooking is just magical. It takes raw ingredients and completely transforms them. It breaks them down so our bodies can actually use the energy inside. It creates these amazing tastes and smells that make eating so enjoyable. And, of course, a really big one, it keeps us safe by killing off any nasty germs.
But, and this is the big but, here's the catch. The very things we use to cook, the heat, the water, they can be a double-edged sword. If we're just a little careless, we can accidentally destroy or wash away all those amazing vitamins we were trying to get in the first place.
Okay, moving on to section 2, prepping for peak nutrition. Because, and you might find this surprising, our journey to smarter cooking doesn't start at the stove. Nope, it starts right there on your cutting board.
So check this out. It's all about these small, simple changes. Look at the column on the left. These are super common habits, right? Peeling a really thick layer off your potato, dicing things into tiny little bits, all of that actually leads to more nutrient loss. But now look at the right, peeling thinly, keeping your cuts a little bigger, and key one here, holding on to that water you soaked your beans in. Tiny adjustments, but they make a world of difference.
So here are the big takeaways for prep. First, always wash your veggies before you cut them. If you do it after, more of those water-soluble vitamins can just rinse away. Second, so many nutrients are right under the skin, so peel as thinly as you can, or hey, don't peel at all. And third, that water from soaking your lentils or beans, it's loaded with nutrients. You gotta use that in your dish.
All right, let's get to the main event in section 3, choosing your cooking method. This is where the magic happens, and the choices we make here have a huge impact on both the taste and the nutritional punch of our final meal.
You know, when you really boil it down, haha, no pun intended, there are two main ways we cook. You've got your moist heat methods, things that use water or steam, and then you've got dry heat methods, which is all about direct heat, like from an oven or a grill. Each one has its own superpowers.
So moist heat methods are just fantastic for making food super tender and really easy for our bodies to digest. You know, think about a perfectly soft boiled potato or some beautifully steamed broccoli. These methods use water to gently cook the food and break down all those tough fibers.
But remember that catch we talked about? Here it is again. Those really important vitamins like vitamin C and a lot of the B vitamins, they can literally just escape into the cooking water. But the solution is so simple it's genius. Don't you dare pour that liquid gold down the drain. Use it. Make it the base for your soup, your sauce, whatever you're cooking.
Now, on the flip side, you have dry heat. And dry heat is all about building incredible flavor and texture. We're talking roasting, grilling, baking. This is how you get that amazing, crispy, browned crust. It's what creates those deep, rich, complex flavors that just make food so good. And of course, we've got to mention frying. Frying definitely delivers on the tasty front, right? It gives you amazing flavor and texture, and it can totally be part of a balanced diet. But it's just one you want to use a little more carefully because it obviously adds a good bit of extra oil to your meal.
Okay, now for section 4. This is one of my favorite parts, nutrient-boosting superpowers. We've been talking about how to save nutrients, but what if I told you there are ways to actually create more of them? Yep, you heard me right.
First up, we have sprouting. So when you take a seed or a bean and you sprout it, you are literally waking it up to start growing. And that little process of germination unleashes a massive burst of nutrition. It seriously increases the vitamin C and B vitamin content. It's pretty incredible.
And then there's fermentation.
This is an ancient technique that uses friendly little microorganisms to basically pre-digest our food. This not only makes it way easier on our stomachs, but those little microbes actually create brand new nutrients, making the food even healthier than when it started. And listen, this isn't some weird, complicated science experiment. We see this stuff all the time. A nice, crunchy, sprouted bean salad, that's it. Or think about amazing foods like idli and dosa. That's a perfect example of how fermentation creates these light, digestible, and super nutritious meals.
Phew! Okay, we have covered a lot. So for our final section, number 5, we're going to pull it all together. We're going to create a simple, easy-to-use checklist that you can start using tonight to make every meal you cook just a little bit better.
Okay, this is it. This is your roadmap. Let's run through it. Step 1, wash your produce before you cut it. Super important. Step 2, keep those peels thin and your pieces medium-sized to lock in the good stuff. Steps 3 and 4 go together, use less water, and cook fast. Whatever you do, do not overcook your food. Mushy vegetables are sad vegetables. And finally, step 5, the game changer. Reuse that cooking and soaking water. Seriously, if you follow these steps, you will fundamentally change the quality of the food you make.
So, as we wrap this up, just remember, smart cooking isn't about being a professional chef or having a ton of fancy gadgets. It's just about making a few small, thoughtful choices. So I'll leave you with a little challenge. What is the one smart swap, the one little change that you're going to make in your kitchen tonight?